Anthony Knox from Group 2 Richmond, Tech 320. Energy monitors?
Yeah.
Energy monitors. The cameraman.
This is group number Richmond 2, Tech 220? 320?
324? 320.
320.
320, Tech 320. Our project here is a emergency blanket heat conservation. This is what it will look like when you buy it from your local store. Let's open it up and see how big it is. It's 53 inches by 82. As you can see, it's pretty big. If I don't rip it.
It does have mercuries. You can unfold it. Worse than a car now.
It is first.
Yeah, it's folded long ways.
Oh my lord.
Shake it like a sheet. Yeah, it does really good.
I ain't gonna lie, it's getting pretty big.
This is how big the sheet will be. Pretty long. You can wrap yourself in it. So yeah. Up the window.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's a chair there.
Now with this, you could possibly put this up on your windows to cool your house, or cool your house during the winter time. No, during the summertime, and then heat up your house during the winter time. Alright,
That would work, they did.
We're gonna do jump edits, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's not dealing with all jumpy, that's what I'm doing.
He's gonna edit it.
Okay, son, it's pretty stable right now. Someone goes next?
Okay, go ahead. How they already make curtains out of them, and socks, and gloves.
Oh, those are actually made of this.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Oh, the little shavings.
Let me see.
Yeah. They cut it in real fine strips and weave it into the material.
I ain't touching the
It's
sock.
just-
It's clean as new.
So as you can see, that there's a lot to work with there, but they also already make curtains and socks and gloves with the same material. There are little shavings in here that do basically the same thing. So you can wear these and put these up, and if you're already warm, then why are you going to turn up the heat in your house? You won't. You can conserve some energy that way.
My land teacher's out.
Oh, David,
Smith.
I am.
David Smith. Okay. Well, this all started because I live in an old modular house with aluminum windows that don't seal well. And I had a wife with a heart condition. My name's Rick Loudon. And we determined that if these would reflect 90% of body heat back at the body, it would reflect 90% of any heat back at its source. So one hot summer, both air conditioners would just chug their hearts out trying to keep the house cool, and she'd still be suffering. It'd be up close to 90 on a 100-degree day. So put some of these up over the south and west windows, and the air conditioners brought the house down to 72 degrees within an hour. And so that told me it worked good. Plus they started chalking down, which saved us a fortune in cooling costs. So I thought, well, how else could I use those? I took the blinds off the bedroom and bathroom, just old-fashioned pull-down window blinds. And what I did is I rolled them out and took some Elmer's Craft spray glue and just glued the Mylar blanket onto the vinyl. Then I sprayed it down again and put black fabric, which I kind of pulled loose so you could see. Pulled the black fabric and put it down over the Mylar. Well, this effectively made a passive solar heater. In the wintertime, I turn the dark side out with the roll coming down into the room, and the sun hits this, the black fabric gets heated from both sides because of the emergency blanket. Hot air rises across it. I put a little strip of Mylar from the top of the roll to the windowsill with Scotch tape that's just almost opening it. And then as the sun heats this up, it raises that flap and lets all that heat back into the room. When the sun stops hitting this, then the flap closes and forces the cooling warm air down past the front of the blind, reflecting all that heat back into the house instead of having it run down the cold window and cooling it. So it saved us a fortune in cooling that summer, and it saves us a fortune in the winter by helping to heat the house free. Also, in the wintertime, I just box tape all the cracks up around the old windows and just hang a sheet of these over the north windows. You don't want to hang a sheet of this over vinyl blinds in the summertime to reflect 90% of that summer heat back outside, because it'll melt your blinds. So you either want to have them all the way pulled up with then a sheet over it. And the aluminum will come off on your windows, so you want to make sure not to have direct window contact if possible. But if you don't care, you can sew them in between layers of curtains and hang them up in front of your south windows, west, east. In the summertime, reflect 90% of that heat right back outside.
They do make curtains out of it like they do the sock and the glove, right?
Yeah, they do make curtains, but they just slide on a rod. And they don't, you can't put them straight up against the top of the windows of the wall to reflect all that heat back outside as well. You can put them in awnings over windows that'll reflect the heat away from those, and market umbrellas for decks and patio tables and things like that. And the little pieces you have left, you can put on the back of furniture that's backed up against outside walls. Little pieces you have left, you can even put on the back of pictures that hang on outside walls. And that way you're not losing anything for any of your pieces. You can also stuff pieces of it in cracks, in holes where like pipes come through. I put it on my kitchen stove sits in a corner, and I put this on the walls behind the stove, and it takes 5 minutes less time to heat the stove up to 450 than almost 5 minutes less than it does without it. So that saved on my electric cook stove usage too. I think that's about it. Oh, you can get sheets of styrofoam like they use under vinyl siding and stuff. And once again, craft spray glue a blanket onto the back of it, put it in your attic, shiny side down in the wintertime to reflect all the heat back down into the house. Shiny side up in the summer, reflects all the summer heat back outside. You may have to add another attic vent or two if you do that though, because it will reflect a lot of heat back up on your roof. So I think you can use them so many different ways, and I'm sure you can probably figure out new ways to use it to save you money on your energy bills too.